Consequences of rehabilitating a juvenile symphyseal mandibular fracture, a case report. This important article is authored by the following scientists. The prevalence of facial fractures is much more common among children in comparison to the adult population, which is attributed to the higher craniofacial proportion among pediatrics. Furthermore, the incidence of pediatric facial fractures is more common in boys than girls, owing to the biological nature of males who engage in more violent activities, more dangerous plays, and practice combat sports. The geographical disruption between urban and rural areas judges to a great extent the nature and mechanism of trauma. Example, sport injuries and road traffic accidents are common etiologies of pediatric maxillofacial injuries, while violence and animal kicks or bites are more common among rural inhabitants. The green stick nature of pediatric fractures makes their management more challenging. A young female of 11 years old was referred to our emergency clinic from a primary health center. She was reported by fallen from a height. Multi-detector computed tomography serial cuts had successfully confirmed our clinical diagnosis: right parasymphyseal, closed, dislocated, type A, fracture mandible. The decision was made for closed reduction with intermaxillary fixation, IMF, under general anesthesia. Post-operatively, skull X-rays demonstrated a normal oral occlusal plane restoring both functional and aesthetic aspects, without any complications. During the regular checks, which extended for more than 3 months in the outpatient clinic, our patient had successfully restored her normal oral occlusion, masticatory functions, and facial symmetry. No complications observed. For pediatric mandibular fractures, closed reduction with IMF and even open reduction using interosseous wires are reliable, cost-effective procedures promoting appropriate alignment, healing, and functional recovery. Such a strategy is suitable in environments where resources are scarce or sophisticated fixation techniques are unavailable. Facial injuries in children are different from those in adults due to the unique features of a growing child's face. Their facial bones are still developing, and their skull is proportionally larger, which offers some protection. Among these injuries, fractures of the lower jaw, especially near the angle and joints, are the most common. Although facial fractures are less frequent in young children, the chances increase as they grow older, particularly during school years and adolescence. Children's bones are softer and more flexible, so they often have green stick fractures where the bone bends and cracks instead of breaking completely. Healing in children is usually quicker than in adults because their bones regenerate faster, thanks to a strong blood supply and active bone growth. There are two main types of healing: primary healing, which occurs with perfect alignment, and secondary healing, which is more common and involves the natural rebuilding of bone over time. Although facial injuries can lead to longer hospital stays and higher medical costs, children's bones often heal well, even if slightly misaligned, because their growing bodies can correct small imperfections over time. Understanding how these fractures heal helps doctors choose the best treatment for fast and healthy recovery. In children with broken lower jaws, a treatment called closed reduction with intermaxillary fixation, IMF, is often used. This method gently realigns the bones without surgery and supports healing. It's a safer and more affordable option compared to open surgery, especially since metal plates like titanium, which are commonly used in adults, can interfere with facial bone growth in children. While special biodegradable plates are safer, they are more expensive. Closed reduction is also technically easier and practical in hospitals with limited resources. However, this method has some challenges. Children must be fed with fluids or soft foods using a syringe for 2 to 3 weeks, and adults for about a month. Careful mouth cleaning is also essential during recovery, as dental devices stay in place until healing is complete. Despite these drawbacks, closed reduction remains a practical and effective option for treating jaw fractures in children. Thank you for watching this video. Please subscribe to our channel to watch more scientific videos.